If you're going to trespass on somebody's land and then fish in their pond and steal those fish, the least you could do is look like you've not been there. We've got the solar power guy coming today to finalise the installation of this system. To be honest, he's been nagging us for months to come and install this, but we deliberately held off from this because we wanted the house build to be, well, look, as far as I'm concerned, I want it to be completely finished before we get this guy in. Without sounding like a dick, I don't trust all of the tradesmen that we have on site. My concern is that they break it. And I don't mean to sound like I'm belittling them by saying that. I really hope that's not how I'm coming across. As I've said in previous videos, some of the people we get in, some of the type builders we've had in, they just don't give a shit, you know? And I think that goes across the board. When you get a property built in Thailand, not everybody who is involved in the build is a kind of construction professional, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people, they're just village people and they kind of know how to do a certain thing, whether it's mix cement or whether it's lay tiles or whatever. That's a bad example because the guy we've had in doing the tiles has been an absolute professional. But a lot of the general labourers we've had are not. And that's not to say they don't do a good job, because they do. But they don't really see the bigger picture. Let me get underneath this bamboo tree and shelter from this rain a minute. A lot of these general labourers in Thailand, they don't necessarily see the bigger picture of what's going on. They don't look at the house that's being built as this precious, beautiful thing that we absolutely love. You know, they don't think like that. They're just thinking about getting through the day and, you know, starting something else the next day, another project or another house. They really don't care. Again, look, not all of them, you know, they're all like that. But it's definitely a lot of them are. And I think that's something that you have to be prepared for when you come and try to build anything in Thailand. It's very, very different than in the West. It's something that's taken me a long time to get my head around, really, to kind of be comfortable with. And I'm still not comfortable with it now. I've learned to have a more stoic approach. I still get very frustrated at a lot of the practices that I see here. Let me put my hood up. That's better. Look like a right spanner with my hood up. My hood up, and I'm also wearing Anna's shorts today. Like a right tit. This is the end of our land here. We've got so much bamboo, it's crazy. This is why I want to keep using it to build things with. No matter how shit these little things are that I'm building, whether it's a bridge or it's you know, a fence or something, as we've got so much bamboo, it seems kind of criminal not to use it. I just seen an ant's nest. I'm treading quite loudly and deliberately. just in case there was a snake, you know. As of yet, we have no plans with this corner of the farm where these two ponds are. We just haven't really considered what we could do with it. I mean, look, there are a lot of options we've got. It's a beautiful, shaded, quite peaceful and serene part of the farm, and it's hidden from the rest of the farm by the thick trees all around. These two ponds are big enough that actually we could maybe potentially set up a bit of a fishing spot. We have had people in the past who have come here at night and taken fish out of this back pond, but we've not been bothered about it in the slightest. The only thing that bothered me about it was the fact that they were leaving litter. I mean, look, that to me is the ultimate piss take. If you're gonna trespass on somebody's land and then fish in their pond and steal those fish and take them away, the least you could do is look like you've not been there. It's not like we'd invested anything in the fish. It's not like we'd bought the fish and put them in there. Fish were already there since before we bought the land. This was always a spot where there was fish, you know, naturally breeding and producing in here. So let's go and check out this crazy sweet corn. Stinky chatom. Beautiful, beautiful banana. This has grown incredibly well, this. Look at this, how healthy it is. It's stunning. Oh, beautiful, beautiful rain. Heaven sent. Another one as well, look. This thing was planted as a baby. All of these few banana trees were. Only maybe 6 weeks ago, they were about this high when we planted them. About 50 centimetres tall, if that. And look at it now. The solar power guy is supposed to be turning up. This is Thailand, and you can never really pinpoint even an approximate time on any appointment ever. The best you can hope for is I'll be there at some point in the next 3 days. Honestly, that's the best you can do. And getting frustrated with that only makes it worse. I've realised that. I still get really peed off with it because I'm just not used to that way of dealing with things. I'm used to arranging a specific time on a specific day. And if that person doesn't want to turn up, then I won't deal with them. I go to the next person who will be on time. But you can't be like that in Thailand. It's the fastest way to a heart attack and an early grave. So you have to be a bit more stoic in your approach. You have to kind of go with the flow a little bit. And that can be difficult for a lot of people, myself included. It's very, very difficult for me to do that. And it's gotten a little bit easier with time, but still not there with it. I still get really pissed off. Let's check out this river. See how high the bastard is now after all this rain we've had.
กองเครื่องปั่นไฟมาใส่เลยมันสิเป็นคือ
สายไม่ต้องยึดตัวอยู่แล้ว
อีกอย่างที่ติดประมาณได้30 เส้น
แมนห้องดูสกินมาบ้าง
ถ้าได้ถ้ามีถ้า
เรื่องอะไรอย่างว่าเรื่องแบตเตอรี่บ้าง
ครับดูยังมันดูตรง
พี่
นะครับ
โอ้ยจะได้อะไรทำ
มันคือแต่ผมมาติดก่อนหรือว่าเนี้ยจะแบบจะยังสร้างย่ำสร้างนะครับ
แล้วอาจารย์ได้เดือดเนาะ
บอกตึกใจให้เธอได้ดีนึง10 รอบ
สอนมีหอย
โอเคมี
ไม่เห็นมีไล่แม่งแรงไม่ต้องมือ
Oh my god. Okay.